Your body's sending warning signals right now. That knot in your stomach, when you check your email and you see hundreds of unread messages, that tension in your shoulders, those restless nights, that persistent discomfort that you've learned to ignore, they're getting stronger every day. Most people, they see these problems as something to overcome or to push through. But what if I told you that stress isn't actually your enemy? In fact, it's trying to tell you something life-changing. In today's episode, I'll show you 3 signs that you're stressed that most people miss, what your body's actually trying to tell you, and how to transform your relationship with stress forever. Now, once you understand this, you'll never look at stress the same way again. Hey there, and welcome back. My name is Edmund Lee, and today we're going to be talking about stress and how it shows up in your body and how it might be affecting you in ways that you don't even realize. You know what's fascinating? We've been educated, or should I say miseducated, about stress. Most people, they think that stress is just mental. They believe that if they think enough positive thoughts or they do enough meditation, that stress isn't really a big deal. But here's the truth. Stress isn't just in your head. It manifests physically in your body in measurable, observable ways. Let me share something personal with you. A few years ago, I was going through a period in my life where I thought that I was handling stress well. Sure, I had some tension in my neck, and maybe I wasn't sleeping that great, but I was managing. I was getting things done. I was pushing through. I remember someone asking me how I was doing one day while I was at work. And I just said, I'm fine, even though clearly I wasn't. You see, my body, it was telling a completely different story. The chronic pain, the inability for me to even turn my head to the right or turn my head to the left, the exhaustion that wouldn't go away. They were all messages. My body, it was desperately trying to communicate with me, but I wasn't listening. And that's what I want to talk with all of you today about. It's learning to listen to what the stress is actually telling you. So what's really happening when our bodies react like this? Why do we experience these physical signals? To understand what's going on, we need to look at how our stress response is designed to work versus how it actually works in today's world. Now think about this simple example. Imagine that you're walking through the woods and suddenly you come face to face with a bear. Now, what happens? If you're like a normal person, your body's going to immediately launch into what we call a stress response. So your heart will start to race, your breath will quicken, and then your muscles, they tense up. And then you're either ready to fight or you're ready to run away. And this is a natural, healthy response. It's designed to keep you alive. But here's the key. Once the bear is gone, once the threat has passed, your body is supposed to return to normal. Your heart rate slows down, your breathing deepens, your muscles relax, and you go back to a state of balance. The problem is, in our modern world, we rarely get that all clear signal. But unlike the bear, your deadline, it doesn't simply walk away. Your argument with your spouse, it doesn't just disappear. And your financial worries, they don't just magically resolve themselves. The traffic stress, the work deadlines, the bills, the relationship challenges, they keep coming. And our bodies, they stay in that stress response, constantly asking, where's the bear? And we're responding to the past or the future threats while supposedly being present. We're stuck in the past or we're projecting into the future that something threatening is still going to happen. The fascinating thing is, I've noticed this pattern time and time again, both in my own life, but also with the people that I work with in person. And someone might say that they're not stressed, but their body tells a completely different story. Their shoulders are tight and they're raised up. Their posture is uneven. And sometimes one hip is higher than the other, or the weight shifts more to one side versus the other. And then the breathing is shallow and it's rapid. These aren't random patterns. They're specific physical responses to stress that show up in consistent ways. And when I observe someone's body during my in-person sessions, these signs, they tell me exactly how stress is affecting them, even if they don't recognize it themselves. And this leads me to the second key point. It's recognizing the signs that you're stressed. So, how do you know if you're stuck in this stress response? Well, here are 3 signs to look out for. The first one is physical imbalance. When we're stressed, our bodies literally become uneven. In fact, this is something that you can actually see and you can also measure as well. Here's what happens. When you experience stress, your body tenses up unevenly. And that's why one shoulder, it might sit higher than the other, or why your legs, they might be uneven. And your body is physically responding to the stress, even if you're not aware of it. And here's a simple test that you can do right now. Stand in front of a mirror and look at your shoulders. Are they level? Or is one higher than the other? Check if your weight is evenly distributed between both feet, or if you're favoring one side. These simple observations, they can reveal stress patterns that you might never notice otherwise. And if you're with someone who can help, you can also lay down flat on your back and have them look at your feet. And often when we're stressed, one leg will actually appear shorter than the other because the tension in your body, it's causing it to pull up and tense unevenly. And then second, it's energy depletion. Think of your body like a phone that's constantly running background apps that you don't even know about. When you're stressed, your body's working overtime to handle the threats that aren't actually even there. And so it's no wonder that you feel drained. It's because your energy is being used up on high alert mode instead of recharging and restoring. And that's why you can get a full night's sleep and you still wake up feeling exhausted. It's because your body never actually got to rest. It never actually got to rest and fully recharge. And the third one, it's difficulty being present. When you're stuck in stress mode, your mind is constantly scanning for threats. You're either replaying the past events or you're worrying about the future ones. And then being present, it becomes nearly impossible. And here's the thing, being present, that's actually how the body heals. When you're constantly responding to past traumas or you're anticipating the future threats, your body remains in an energy-wasting state that prevents regeneration and healing. Your natural self-healing mechanisms, they can only fully activate when you're present, when your nervous system receives that all-clear signal that allows the resources to be directed towards repair and renewal instead of survival. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. What if all these signs, the imbalance, the fatigue, the inability to be present, they aren't just problems to fix? What if they're actually messages from your body trying to tell you something profoundly important? Which brings me to the third key point. It's understanding what your stress is actually telling you. Your stress, it's not telling you to work harder or to push through. In fact, it's not even telling you that you're weak or that you can't handle life. What your stress is actually telling you is this: you're out of alignment. You're out of balance. And there's a better way. There's a better way to live. Think about this. Right now, you're functioning in a stress state. You're getting through your days. You're achieving things. You're moving forward in life, all while being out of alignment. If you've been able to accomplish what you have so far while operating at a fraction of your capacity, with your energy diverted to managing the stress, just imagine what you could create when you're in alignment. The quality of life that you've managed to build while out of balance is just a preview of what's possible when you allow your body to function as it was designed. So, how do we transform our relationship with stress? It starts with understanding that the goal isn't to eliminate stress completely. That's impossible. The goal is to develop what's called responsibility. Responsibility is exactly what it sounds like. It's the ability to respond appropriately to whatever life throws at you. It's being able to go into a stress response when needed, but then to return to balance. To return to balance when the threat is gone. When we're chronically stressed, our ability to respond effectively to new challenges is compromised. We're already using so much of our resources just to get through the day that we have little left for anything else. And this is why when a new stressor appears, we have to dig down even deeper, asking more from an already depleted body. It's like trying to run a marathon when you're already exhausted from a previous race. And that's why stress, it makes us less resilient, not more. The key to transforming your relationship with stress is to regularly return to a state of balance, to give your body that all clear signal that it's been waiting for. And here are 3 simple practices that you can begin implementing today. First, body check-ins. Set an alarm on your phone to go off 3 times throughout your day. And when it does, just take 30 seconds. Take 30 seconds to scan your body from head to toe. Just tune in and notice. Notice where you're holding tension. And notice, is your breathing shallow or is it deep? Are your shoulders up by your ears? Just this simple awareness can begin to break the stress cycle. And second, balanced breathing. When you notice stress signals in your body, try this. Breathe in for a count of 4. Hold for a count of 4. And breathe out for a count of 4. And then hold for a count of 4. Do this for just 1 minute whenever you feel stress rising. And you'll be amazed at how quickly your body can shift. And third, disconnect from the noise. Take a break from electronics, from your phone, from your computer, from social media and the news. In fact, go outside and take a walk. Get some fresh air. Disconnecting from the noise, it'll allow you to tune in to your body, to be more quiet, to have an opportunity to be more inwardly focused and to connect with what's really important for you in life. All the electronics will still be there when you get back, but just give yourself this moment for yourself. You know why? Because you're worth it. In my work with clients in person, we go much deeper than these simple exercises. My focus is to get you out of that stress state and into measurable biomechanical balance. We work with the brain to send a signal that's almost like a reboot to a computer. It allows you to perform at a higher level. But these 3 practices here, they can help anyone begin to shift the relationship with stress, no matter where you are. So let's go ahead and recap what we've covered today. We've talked about how stress, it creates a measurable state of imbalance in your body. We've also explored the 3 signs that you're stuck in a stress response. It's physical imbalance, energy depletion, and difficulty being present. And we've also discussed what your stress is actually telling you. It's that you're out of alignment and that there's a better way to live when your body and your brain are in balance. As we wrap up today's episode, I want to just leave you with this one thought. Your body, it isn't your enemy. It's not working against you. Even in its stress state, it's trying to protect you. It's trying to protect you in the best way that it knows how. So the next time that you feel that tension, You feel that fatigue or that anxious racing mind? Instead of trying to push it away or powering through, try listening. And just ask yourself, what is my body trying to tell me right now? Where am I out of alignment? And what needs to change? Because your next breakthrough might not come from pushing harder. It might come from finally listening to what your stress has been trying to tell you all along. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, today. I'm Edmund Lee, and as always, let's create your next breakthrough. And here's a special bonus gift for our listeners. We're all about getting you into alignment so you can live a life that you love. It's a breathwork meditation that I highly suggest that you do. Go through it, experience it, and share with me the results. You can access it at www.createyournextbreakthrough.com, or you can check it out in the description below. This has been your host, Edmund. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.